Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations. You will be watching this video. Yes, my dear viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're missing my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought on the comment section. Let us know what you think about this video and I will see you towards the end.
Then Goodluck Jonathan tried pulling this out in 2012. On the 11th of January 2012, President Tinubu wrote an article, or maybe it was published, in the Nation newspaper, giving his take on the subsidy issue. He famously called it a scam. He called it a Jonathan tax. Is it safe to say that this is President Tinubu's tax today? Doesn't Mr. Goodluck Jonathan deserve some apology?
12 naira in some parts, and NPC, at least filling stations, which Dr. Bat actually announced during newspaper review yesterday. And we saw the effects of this across the country. What's your take on the story?
Okay, my comment will be in three parts. At first, the first part will be history. In the 70s, a war happened called the Yom Kippur War. And because of that, crude oil prices did rise from $2 or $3 per barrel to about $11, $10, $12, $13 per barrel. Nigeria decided to subsidize for its citizens then, because prior to that time, we had a refinery out of Port Harcourt built by Shell Daisy, and production was a bit stretched for the people, so the government said, let's subsidize. This was even before the NNPC was to come a couple of years afterwards. In the 80s, it became a problem. In fact, I remember a This Week news magazine episode that talked about the fact that the government was thinking of pulling out petrol subsidies. But it never happened. But the time went on, we returned to democracy, this problem persists, until President Goodluck Jonathan tried pulling this out in 2012. On the 11th of January 2012, President Tinubu wrote an article, or maybe it was published, in the Nation newspaper, giving his take on the subsidy issue. He famously called it a scam while the protests raged on, and he called it a Jonathan tax. Is it safe to say that this is President Tinubu's tax today? Anytime policy and politics mix, you breed catastrophe. Anytime politics and policies mix, you breed catastrophe. We also have pulled out subsidy in 2012. That was the best time. The economy was doing well. But because politics was mixed with a policy, then we bred catastrophe like we had in 2012. And for all those that went out to occupy Nigeria, we are here again. Doesn't Mr. Goodluck Jonathan deserve some apology? Secondly, what's the problem on ground? We knew this was going to happen. Once the marketers started to lift, then definitely we're going to have problems because one, our forex prices has gone up, international factors, oil price, we have pre-existing wars and all of that. Then the pass-through effect will be for the citizens. And please quote me. I repeat, quote me. There is nowhere in the world that the government does not make intervention in the petrol price, energy price for the people. Ronald Reagan deregulated the petrol economy in America in 1981. Till date, the American government still makes interventions. How do they do it? They say they are releasing their strategic national reserves. Quote me. In the UK recently, Rishi Sunak had to work on some taxes as regards petrol sales. Because energy is important for the people. The third part, I would say, and that's why we have the increase in price. And we saw this coming. We had always talked about it, so I'm not surprised. The third part I will talk about this morning is solutions. So what are the solutions? At some point down the line, the government will still have to make interventions as regards energy pricing. You cannot continue to pass on the capitalist costing to the citizens. You're going to have a knockout ricochet effect. Inflation is going to go up, it's going to be hardship. Solutions, multiple pronged approach. Number one, we have 4 working modular refineries incentivize those refineries. Ensure they get crude so they can produce locally. Ensure the Dangote refinery comes on board so they can augment. Let us move to local production big time. We can't keep using our forex to import. And also, if we can sell crude to these local refineries in Naira so that they can get crude so we can produce and serve our local market. Secondly, shore up the agricultural sector. There's a lot of instability. Farmers are being chased around now because of terrorists and all of that. Build silos to be able to store agricultural produce, to cut out the middlemen. Also ensure that to a large extent you fix the insecurity problems on the farm so we can have food. And please, President Tinubu, the other borders that have not been opened, please open those borders, let food come in. Let food come in. Give farmers seeds, give them palliatives and all of that. He has done some of that. Also, as a point I'd like to make as regards logistics, to transport petrol is a big problem.
Yeah.
So please, all those other moribund narrow gauge lines, we can resuscitate them to transport petrol and agri-produce. I hear there's no time, I'll yield the floor.
What is the effect of all of this? For the second time, within a space of less than 2 months, so much has happened within the Nigerian economy. But what we should focus on is the cost of living. Inflation has gone up. They say it's now 22.79%. But with what happened yesterday, maybe the National Bureau of Statistics will now see the need to take a second look at what it published as the inflation figures for the month of June. We didn't have that kind of voodoo calculation under Yemi Kale. But these new people who are in charge of the National Bureau of Statistics, they don't seem to know their work. But Yemi Kale has moved on, so maybe we don't need to call him back. But the argument that the experts have pushed forward is that fuel price was bound to go up because as the CEO, group CEO of NNPCL tells us, it's not about supply, it's about market forces. The Vice President of Nigeria, Alhaji Kashim Shettima, also yesterday said, no, this is not about supply, it's about market forces, market realities. What are these market realities for the benefit of the people who are affected? Now, the international price of crude has gone up. It's over $80. Previously, when the calculation was done, it was lower than that. What it means is that if the international price of crude goes up to maybe $100, we will pay more. The skepticism is that in this country, when things go up, they don't always come down. Would there be a point? Are we likely to reach a point with all the external pressures, the war in Ukraine and the global issues, get to a point where the price of crude will go down? So Nigerians are like, they've not seen anything yet. I mean, people have been putting, things on social media saying we have not seen anything yet. It's now 671 naira per liter. That's in the north because of transportation costs and all of that. It's even likely to be higher in certain parts of the north and slightly lower in the south. So that's the problem we face. The second thing again is the forex regime. The naira, as we speak now, in the I and E window, is about $800 to to the dollar. Yes, 800 naira to the dollar. If it reaches 1,000 to the dollar, we are in trouble, serious trouble. So this is the reality of what we face in Nigeria at this moment. And that's why, organized labor is saying that, look, you have to get the local refineries to work. And secondly, the committees that was originally promised to look into the issue of palliatives, organized labor, through its president, Joe Ajero, is saying, where are those committees? Those committees have not been set up. You are just taking decisions on top of the head of the Nigerian people and imposing more hardship on them. And that's why organized labor is saying it will pull out of the negotiations. Organized labor wants to pull out. And I said, as to the reference to 2012, I've seen some people putting out a video there saying, where are all those people who gathered at Ojota in 2012, January, saying that the revolution had begun? At that time, the increase in fuel price was from 65 naira to 120 naira. Now we have had, almost double the matter. Everybody is quiet. So hypocrisy seems to be a major part of the Nigerian character. I'm not inciting anybody, but it is instructive that those people who call themselves the conscience of the people, we can't see them all. Nobody is coming forward to say anything. So hypocrisy, people thrive on hypocrisy in this country. Some of those people are not dead, they are alive, and they have all remained quiet. Number 3, yesterday the government came out with a statement saying that, okay, government is going to review the palliatives, that it has offered, all the monies that we have been promised, the $800 million from the World Bank, the $500 million from the IMF, the savings from fuel subsidy removal. Okay, what is the meaning of that review? Nobody has given us any explanation other than that, oh, President Tinubu is a listening president, he is aware that there is hardship in the country, therefore the palliatives will be reviewed. Organized labor is saying it has no information with regard to those palliatives. The people have not seen the effect of any palliatives. They say they will release fertilizer and grains to farmers. How much do we have in the national strategic reserve of the country? What do we really have there? So these are some of the issues. This disconnect between policy formation and policy implementation, which is an issue that I had brought up on this program, that there must be a proper connection there. It's not just for government to come up with certain things that look like populist, or to give sop to Cerberus, as it is otherwise called, to tell us, what they think we would like to hear. Nigerians are groaning. Capital formation is an issue. Investors are having issues. Even ordinary people are having problems. There are queues on the streets of Lagos and elsewhere. In Abeokuta, per drop, transportation drop used to be 100 naira. It has gone up to 240 naira. Hence, many Nigerians are calling for increase in minimum wage because their take-home pay can no longer take them home. I hope we will not get to a situation whereby those consequences that President Buhari ran away from will not become the real reality that we have to deal with. And in fact, that will be the real market forces. So what Nigerians have been confronted with is the meaning of market forces. And some experts on the subject are saying there is no country in the world where you don't at least provide some form of subsidy. Well, the nature of that subsidy we would like to see, the palliatives we would like to see. Even organized labor is questioning the National Social Register. That who are these 12 million people? Because if you look at that 12 million social register, you may not find Rufai Hosseini's name there. You may not find Ayomairo Ace's name there. Okay, well, I don't think they will put. I don't think they will put my name.
Wow, out of we're not Nigerians.
But if they give me money, I will take it.
I will not. Am I not in Nigeria? Am I not suffering?
Anyway,
I'm a suffering Nigerian.
I raise my case.
All right.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this video? Please kindly drop your opinion down below. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.